Hi there. I'm sitting in my corner again, and we have new gear. So today I want to talk about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. We've been waiting 3 years for this, and it finally has arrived. And it pretty much is everything that we wanted for streaming. The Pocket 2 was already very good, but the problem was it had no HDMI output. It had no real way of grabbing the feed. RTMP over Wi-Fi with the do-it-all handle would overheat fairly quickly. So my solution to that was using Cosmo Streamer. I will be linking a video above, there, somewhere, there. And with the DJI Pocket 3, we assumed that it would be getting the same UVC webcam output as the DJI Action 2, Osmo Action 3 and Osmo Action 4. And indeed, it got the same UVC webcam output, which is great news. So there's a number of encoders that can be used to use the webcam feed. Additionally, RTMP over Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi capabilities are now built into the camera itself, so there's no do-it-all handle. There is this little stubby thing here, which is your tripod mount. I don't know why that is so big. It has no functionality. It should have been as small as with the Pocket 2. I've also rigged something up here. I'll show that in a bit what that's about. But yeah, overall great news. And RTMP over Wi-Fi, actually the camera still gets hot. I managed to stream for a couple hours yesterday until the battery and the extender battery both were empty, and it didn't shut down on me during that time. This is in a room with 25 Celsius room temperature, so no real ventilation. So that's a good sign that RTMP over Wi-Fi also will likely work quite a while. The other thing is that fast charging works, and charging while you're streaming. If you start with a full battery and you connect a external battery bank or power source, it looks like it doesn't drain the battery. So you basically have unlimited streaming time with that. So that's great. Anyhow, let's get into comparison. Need a bit of coffee first. Overall, the Pocket 2 and the Pocket 3 are similar sized, just that the Pocket 3 is much fatter. It's basically twice as wide. So that's the difference here. That might annoy some people, might not annoy some people. It has gotten a bit bigger, but it also has a bigger battery, and that's another great thing. The next thing we got, obviously, is we got a 2-inch display. So, and if you turn the display, the camera turns on. Great. The other thing that happens is that when you turn the screen back, it shuts down within 2 seconds if you don't confirm, and then it rolls the gimbal back in again. Normally, if you have the screen in this rotation, you would be filming in portrait mode. Now, I've already gone into the settings, and I've set mine to not being portrait mode, but being landscape while the screen is tucked in. For streaming, that's exactly what we want. There's one little downside when streaming in webcam mode, and that is that the screen doesn't turn off. There is a setting in the camera that says when recording, turn screen off after X amount of time. Usually I say a few seconds. So if you record, the screen will turn off. If you stream RTMP, the screen will turn off. It honors the same settings. In webcam mode, it does not. You can record. The problem is that the camera will get so hot that recording will end, and then the screen turns back on again. I have reported this to DJI, and I hope that they're going to fix this. A workaround in the meanwhile is that you, for example, if you go into the settings and you stay there, it will dim down so that it's barely visible after a while. I'll speed the footage up now so that you can see it dimming down. It takes a little while. The problem is that any action, any movement, any change you make to the camera, it will go full bright again. So that's the only downside. And that's pretty much it for the live streaming part. Now, there are a few other things that we get with the Osmo Pocket 3. I probably have said Osmo Action quite a few times. The most sensible pack to buy is the DJI Creator Combo. That's what I bought, because you get an extra goodies. I believe you get the batteries. I believe it's not in the standard pack. The DJI Mic 2, and there's a little something with that. The bag is not in the normal standard kit, as far as I know. So generally, the Creator Combo is the better pack to get. This microphone is, DJI calls this microphone the DJI Mic 2, and it has new features. The first thing that I really like is that the top is much more open than the older one. Where's the older one? Let me find that. Get the older one here. So if you compare the two, the top is much more open. The other thing that DJI have done is with the muff, like the original one, you sort of twist lock in the microphone. The new one, what they're doing is they're taking a 3.5mm jack and you just push it into that, and it's a perfect fit. So this is really nice. What I don't like so much is the logo being very evident. The front is transparent and you can see the little microchips in behind. That's actually nice. So I might actually just take black marker and mark the DJI out. They've done the same thing with the magnets. The magnet is on one side is like DJI, and on the other side it's even worse. The old ones were neutral. If you look at the old one, had nothing on it. So I'll probably steal one of these and use that instead, because this is just silly what they've done here. So don't know. That's whatever what else. So streaming, the encoders that work and that I've tested are obviously Bela Box. We got support for the DJI Osmo Action 4. The second that we found out that USB webcam had full stabilization. There's another video coming on that. So that's fully working. There are a few other encoders that are also usable for using the webcam mode. For example, the Link P ENC version 2 works. Audio works also. The YOLOBox Pro and the YOLOBox Mini, the USB input of these, works for the webcam mode. So that's a good one. And something new that I also have to make a video on yet is the Magewell Director Mini. The USB inputs of these will also take the DJI Pocket 3. You won't get audio, but that's not a big deal because you can actually inject audio here on the side of it. I haven't been able to get audio to work with the DJI Pocket 3. So these three encoders plus Bela Box will work as encoders for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 in webcam mode. My preferred setup obviously is Bela Box, and that brings us to this little thing that I've worked up here. DJI has a friction mount that unfortunately won't be out for another month or so. They didn't have that product ready. I've seen some creators have got it from them, but it can't be bought at the moment. So I had to figure something out to mount my Pocket for now. So I took the standard mount and I basically put it on a Peak Design POV kit, and take my backpack then. Basically clamp this in here. if it doesn't give me any hassle. It does. Screw this out. Okay. So. And clip in the USB. And that's me sorted. Now I find this is a bit big. With the friction mount it will obviously be less obvious. What is nice though is because I can turn this, the screen is now at the back and nobody will see the screen. So it has advantages and disadvantages, but for IRL streaming this is a really neat setup. And the stabilization is amazing. So I will also show some footage with the stabilization. I will add that to the video. And yeah, let's go through the settings and I show what the best settings are that you probably want to use with this. And we'll go from there. The settings that I obviously have changed from day one is that when I turn it on, it's in landscape mode. So the things that are interesting to look at for this particular setup is this one here. This has always in portrait, auto rotation, landscape. I always wanted in landscape, right? By default it's in auto rotation. Then we go into settings and rotate screen to power off. You might want to turn that on or off. I don't care because I'm hardly going to rotate this. Then there is the let's see here, anti-flicker. That's important. I've set this to 50 Hertz because on webcam all we get is webcam output in 30 FPS, but by setting it to 50 Hertz for Europe, it actually deals with flickering lights pretty well. So that's one setting to look at. For the US, obviously 60 Hertz, every region is different. And then screen off when rec. So that's the other one. That's set to 3 seconds for me. I hope that they will implement this for webcam. It works for RTMP already. RTMP will honor that and use that. And then the other thing is LED, which I've turned up because otherwise you have a nasty little green LED down here. That's just annoying. We don't need that. And that's basically the settings that you need. For RTMP streaming, again, the continue last live stream feature is also here, which is great. So you only need the MIMO app the first time you start the stream, and then you can basically restart the stream if you need to with that. Great feature. Came with DJI Action 2, and they have kept it in there. So that's great. Okay, the next thing is I'll show you what I have in the backpack. My basic streaming kit has shrunk a lot. We are down to a Ratza Rock 5A, Wi-Fi, one Ethernet, second Ethernet, a Nighthawk, the battery, another Nighthawk, maybe a phone or two. And that's all I have in my backpack at the moment. So for the remainder of the video, I leave you guys and girls with sample footage from driving with my e-scooter. The Irish damp weather is not the best lighting conditions, but it sort of shows how well the footage is. There's a comparison with DJI Osmo Action 4 footage, so you get an idea, different stabilization modes, and then I have some nighttime footage. There will be chapter markers down below, so if you just want to skip certain sections, you can use those to get to the section that interests you. Okay, I see you in another video, and don't forget to like and maybe subscribe if the content was any good to you. Bye! that's the wide angle lens. Should be better. center again. Just see what I had set up. Let's see what I had set up.